Right, folks, welcome to another For Fox's Sake. It seems like a long while since I've done this. I didn't do the Stoke game because, well, you just couldn't fucking see it anywhere, I don't think. I've seen the goals, but that's about it. So what it is, folks, back for Fox's Sake. Leicester taking on Southampton. The Saints, oh, when the Saints go marching in. Now, I've got a bit of a confession. I didn't see the first half because what happened were I was a little bit busy doing something else. So what I normally do is I normally put the game on and then I start it from the beginning. But I got it on BT and I couldn't rewind it on BT, so fuck knows what's happened there. Anyway, what I've done is I've watched the second half. I got on for the second half. Oi! Dog's playing with his bowl. I got on for the second half. So what I've done is I've watched the highlights on Match of the Day and that kind of thing. So first things first, cup of tea. For fuck's sake. I've made my notes and bring them up. Right. Where the fucking hell are they? Here they are. Right, made my notes. So, do you know what, right? Well done to Southampton, because after we went down there last year and gave them a fucking kicking, they do seem to have picked up quite well. They do actually play a good football. It's like it woke them up. So fair play to them to that. There was no Danny Ings in the team because of this COVID thing. And I'll tell you something else I like. More importantly, I'll tell you what else I like. I like Southampton's away kit. I thought it looked very good. Very, very good. If I was a Southampton fan, I would buy that away kit because it looked good. So basically, I've watched it from Match of the Day. 17th minute, Tielemans did a loose pass. He basically enabled... I don't know what... Leicester did that a bit. I've seen it in just a wayward pass. And it didn't get where it meant to go. They did it during the second half and they did it a few times in the first half. I'm not saying every pass should be perfect and it should make where it's going to go. But it could be damaging. But there you go. That's the way it is. It's Chris the Butcher. I thought Leicester played well. I'll just skim through the first half because I fucked it up, didn't I? Leicester seemed to play quite well. I thought they were pressuring, they were shutting Southampton down. They didn't enable them to really have a go at us. The only time they actually had a go at us is when we fucked up. You know, it wasn't anything that they created. We more or less let them create. Pressure from Leicester forced Saints into a mistake. The ball from Tielemans to Albright, and then he put the crossover. Oi! Put the crossover to Vardy, and he dummied it, and Barnes shot. That was a really good little bit of play. Leicester seemed to do that quite a bit. They did actually, create kind of things. 23rd minutes, another wayward pass from Leicester let Saints attacks. Adams shot, but the keeper had the near post cover. Yeah. The bloke, it was just another stupid pass, can't remember who it was from, but he did break and he did have a good hard shot and Schmeichel put it round for a corner. That's what Schmeichel's supposed to do, that's his job when all's said and done, it's all part of the team, but again, another wayward pass. Then it was the goal. Indeed, I know they brought this up on Match of the Day. I turn the sound down, I don't like to get influenced by what these fucking pundits say, I like to keep it as my own thing. And indeed, he did a massive fight back for the ball and just nipped it off the attacking forward. And the forward was like turning around and giving it. Do you know what, right? To the Southampton forward, and I don't know, some Southampton fans might be watching this and agree with me. Take your fucking gloves off, right? It isn't that cold, yes. It's not cold at all, to be fair. And take your gloves off and fucking get stuck in. Because if you're going to moan at little things like that, you ain't going to fucking get anywhere. And you're fucking about moaning, right? Let Leicester score. Because you gave the ball up, because you weren't strong enough. Indeed, he wanted it more. And we started. Shut up! What the bloody hell's wrong with you? There's nobody there. You're barking at the fucking dustbin. And they all created that. Leicester's scored from that because you didn't have the heart to battle and win the ball. Yeah? You were pushed off the ball too easy. And that's all there is to it. Leicester just created from that. They had a couple of chances. The ball, it went wrong, and they got the ball back, they recycled it, and they did it again. And the results were that Tielemans fed a ball through to Maddison, and he scored. And it was a fucking great goal. I tell you what, I think that goal was, when he cut that one inside and curled it, I think this one was a better goal, because the way the team worked it together, they kept going, they knew it was going to come, and he got in there and he twatted it at the near post. And it was a fucking good goal. Really, really good goal. I'll have a word about Maddison later. And the 41 minutes, ball threaded through and the Saints did split us open. Yeah, Schmeichel did a save. It was one of them funny saves. His hands were there and it just ricocheted off. He did his job. That's what he gets his paid for. That's how he pays his mortgage. He plays in goal, gets paid for doing that. It was a real good save. But we were left open, and I think that was another way we're passing all. And I don't know. Another team like Man City, although we beat them 5-2, another team that's on the day now might punish us more. I don't know. It's just one of them things I've noticed. So anyway, we went on to the second half. Schmeichel did another save right at the beginning of the second half. 51st minute, I wrote Maddison was getting stuck in. And he was getting stuck in. I don't know what's changed about him, but I'll talk about Maddison later. Fofana came off, Soyuncu came on, and he's straight in with a winning header. He looked good, didn't he, Soyuncu? And his cock's fucking massive, apparently. He just looked like he's not been away from the game. He looked good, comfortable. He did a couple of Cruyff turns and all that. He looked great. Leicester also, I thought they were like hunting down in packs. They were shutting them down. It looks like they were just really up for the game. Last year, when we were at the top and that, and we were struggling, we just didn't really want to know. But this time, it was completely different. We did well. Bertrand booking with Albright on the touchline. There was something kicking off, weren't there? He got booked on the touchline. Slid in, and then he threw his fist or his hand like that, or waved him away. I don't know, and Albrighton went down like a sack of shit. I don't know what all that were about, to be fair. 61st minute, Vardy headed, but moves started with Ndidi. Oh yes, it were, weren't it? He went to pass, turn, and then that was really good. Ndidi were just class. I'm just going to whiz through this now, folks, because it's. There was the Maddison and Vardy break, Vardy shot, but them pair just broke, and there was no midfield getting up. I don't know whether the Leicester lads were tired. I don't know if it was just the way the play went and we hit them on the counter attack that quick. But there was nobody there, and it was a bit of a waste of effort. Vardy heads over from a Barnes cross. It was all good. I mean, Maddison did a lovely little chip on the 66th minute to Vardy, and it just didn't come off, did it? It looked good. But this is it, really. I mean, we just played well. I just thought we played really well. I've made these notes, but Barnes missed a sitter, or was it across that one when it went over? And I don't know what the fuck he was doing. It was headed off the line as such, but really, he should have fucking finished it. He should have done better. But we just played well. So let's just sum up. We got the goal again. Where have I got it? I wrote the fucking goal down. Barnes split the goal, split the defence like a peach. Why the fuck? I do write some shit down, I just write this fucking crap down all the time. Well, anyway, it was a great goal, and I can't fucking remember it, I'll be honest with you. Oh, fucking hell. Do you know what, right? This fucking YouTube thing takes up so much of my time. I really have got to think about going fucking back in this in, packing work in. It was a good goal. When all said and done, we just hit him on the break, didn't we? It was right at the end of the game, and Barnes just fired it in. We just played really well. Summing it all up, Vardy went off, didn't he? I think that might be all right, because we've got the cup next weekend. We don't really need any of that fucking hassle. Soyuncu, he came on. He looked like he'd not been away, and it was a great performance. Evans was solid. Tielemans just sat there with Ndidi, just tidying up. Maddison, now then, what I want to say about Maddison, Well, Albrighton, he was good. Perez looked good as well when he came on. He looked hungry. Maddison now, I've been critical of Maddison. And people have had a go at me. Some say, like, you know, you're always having a go. And the thing is with Maddison is I feel that he could be so much better. And I think since he scored that goal that he swerved it round, he's actually improving. It was always, I don't know, he was looking for the foul, he was looking for the pretty play. But now he just seems to be doing it properly. And the goal he scored today was absolutely brilliant. Because he drove on, he didn't look for a penalty, he could have looked going down, and it just improves his game so much better. You know, as a fan of football and a fan of Leicester and that, it's what I want to see from Maddison. I want him to do really well. You know what I mean? I mean, this is going to sound terrible. I want him to be one of the most successful players ever because he has got the ability. And I think these last few games he's played just lately, I hope he's learning from diving or not diving, just going down too easy. Just get stuck in, mate. Just hit the ball. When you've got the chance of goal, have a fucking go. The idea of football is to score more. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm not a fucking football expert. I've never really played the game. I broke my leg when I was fucking 21, so I've played fuck all football in my life. But I've watched a lot. And Maddison has got so much talent that he could be such a good player. And hopefully he's learning. And football isn't always about going back. Yeah, you've got to keep the ball, and you've got to keep possession, and you've got to recycle stuff and all that kind of thing. But Maddison's got the ability to stride forward and do damage to opposition. He's not going to score every time. It's not going to work every time. But look to go forward. And let's create. And let's build on this. And I think if Maddison does perform like he did do yesterday, we've got a fucking good chance of top four again. I'm not saying it's going to be top four, but I think, well, we never got top four last time, didn't we? But we've got a chance. And I'm hoping that we're learning from last year's complete fuck up, that we do push on and, you know, make it. And let's build Leicester City and let's get them up there and be a top four team. You know, we're there. It could be done. You know, we've got the backing of the owners. We've got the new training ground. Let's just do it. Let's just get on with it. Come on, Leicester. Let's fucking do it. So well done, lads. Yeah. I thought Southampton weren't really up for the job yesterday. I just didn't think they were there. I think they were just going through the motions. And I think when they thought Danny Ings weren't playing, I think it knocked them for 6, to be fair. So there you go. All right, folks. Hopefully I'll remember the goal. That's next time. All right, laters.